Hello everybody, happy spring. I'm just enjoying a nice day. It just rained out here, but the sun's coming out, so it's nice and cool again. Okay, just the breeze. It's not starting to rain again. Today I have for you the final of these little pre-recorded vlogs where I've just been going around showing you the cool stuff I've been up to. After that, we're gonna get back into some cool new tanks. I got a new tank on the way. Really good idea, and that's gonna give us a good couple videos that I'm very excited for. But first, before we can get to that in a few weeks, first I want you to check out this really awesome herping trip I took a few weeks back. I found some really cool stuff, got caught right in a little bit of an amphibian migration moment. And I also got this opportunity to meet some awesome snakes, like the coolest snakes I've ever handled in my life. So I'm gonna show you that at the end of this video, and I will catch you guys soon with some tank updates and the beginning processes of a new tank. Check it out. So about a month ago, I finally got out herping with some friends. Just wanted to show you some of the cool stuff we found. Plenty of redback salamanders. Obviously, those are very common around here. Found this really cool colony of ants. I don't know what species this is. I am not an entomologist. But this was awesome. We flipped a rock, and I had never seen these ants before, so I had to get some cool footage of them.
It was pretty grub looking, although
yeah, I only saw it
going in the ant hole.
At this point in the evening, we were starting to hear some amphibians some ways away, so that's what we set out for. And then we flipped a log and we found just the absolute coolest thing, one of my favorite species of all time, the spotted salamander. I haven't caught one of these on my own in years, so this was just incredible. I was elated when we found this guy.
That's exciting. Like Jefferson.
Here we have another common Cincinnati species. This is a two-line salamander. You find a bunch of those down by the creeks. This one seemed like a gravid female. She probably had some eggs in her, so that was cool. But now, the peepers that we hear off in the distance, they're starting to get louder. Watch as we kind of progress here and get closer. They just start to get very, very vocal. So by this point, we figured out that all the peepers were down in a little bit of drainage in this ravine sort of area. So we started to head down, found some redbacks on the way, and just tried to figure out how we were going to get down there quickly and safely. Once we got down there, it didn't take too long before I found the first peeper of the night, and then they just kept coming after that more and more. They were all around us, and they really, really blend in with the environment. So one could be chirping away right next to you, and you wouldn't even notice. It was wild. Don't get shy now.
Wow.
Oh, there he is.
All over. You think they don't peep when they see us? Oh, hello. He's right here.
That definitely usually happens.
Oh my gosh.
Some of these guys are real excited.
They're so loud. So it seemed that these peepers were mostly male frogs that were calling for a mate. It was absolute peak spring peeper breeding time. This was earlier in April. So this was like one of their best nights. It was a really warm evening. It was one of their best nights of the season yet to come out and try to breed. So that's what was happening here.
Is it just the way the light's reflecting? It's like shiny.
Oh, there he goes. Can you spot the frog? He's right here.
I don't think I've ever seen this many frogs at once. This is really cool.
This is what that one night was like that I was telling you about. There's everywhere. So we had our fun with these guys. We caught all the peepers we could, and then we decided it was probably about time to head back. It was getting pretty dark by this point. So here were some of the cool things we found on the way back. It's a really interesting beetle. I still haven't identified what this is yet. Found a huge, I think this was a huge fishing spider. So that was pretty spooky. And then we found this pretty dope leopard slug, I believe. If not, that's probably a dusky slug. Again, not sure, didn't verify this.
See where he came from.
Then here was something cool. I found this huge lizard out in my parking lot. Now this guy, really interesting story to the species. These are European wall lizards that live here in Cincinnati. I can make a whole video about those one day. Then I was doing some stream surveys. I just want to show you this cool clip of a darter I found. Not sure what species this is either, but this guy was awesome. I was looking for macroinvertebrates, other small creatures in the creek, and we ended up catching this guy by mistake. So he was pretty sweet. I also caught a lot of these juvenile two-line salamanders. This is their larval stage. This one was probably getting ready to head up on the land. You can tell its gills are getting a lot smaller. It's got its fully developed legs. Caught a ton of those. Also a ton of these aquatic isopods. There's a little hint towards the tank that I'm thinking about making. But yeah, those guys were awesome. And here was another darter, as well as an earthworm and a minnow and a bunch of isopods that I caught. I love doing stream surveys. There are so many awesome little creatures that live in such a small, delicate ecosystem. Now here's your snake warning. The rest of this video is just snakes. I got this sweet opportunity with my school to go and meet some of the snakes we have for research purposes. This is a beautiful boa constrictor, and we just hung out for like half an hour. She just loved crawling around on me. I was probably like a nice warm tree, basically, in her mind. She was really sweet. Probably the biggest snake I've ever handled on my own.
She ever needs to be babysat.
Yeah, hit like her. Yeah, no. Yeah. Her face too, like the pattern like goes over her eye.
At this time, they were conducting a little research using these very young Burmese pythons. So they were trying to watch the specific type of movement they execute and study that and see how we can incorporate that into our science, into human science. This little guy started displaying some of this motion here. This is called rectilinear motion. And this is when snakes use all of the muscles in their stomach to kind of inch forward like a caterpillar, as you can see. Really fascinating stuff. And it allows them to climb surfaces. It allows them to do things you wouldn't think a creature with no hands could do. Now here is my favorite of the day. This is a yellow anaconda. This guy is not going to get anywhere near to the size of a green anaconda, one of the largest snakes on Earth. But still, this is an awesome predator from South America. These snakes do get pretty large, and they're mostly aquatic creatures too. Their green cousins can take out small crocodilians. Here is a tentacled snake. This is another aquatic species that we were studying. This guy's really cool. And this was, I believe, a Mexican burrowing boa. And this guy's like one of the cutest snakes I've ever handled. He was just a sweet little ball of joy. Check him out.
He's like unintentionally the funniest.
I know, he's hilarious. Hours I spent talking to him on the way to and like from the reptile zoo. It was so funny.
You're very lucky to experience.
All right, well, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed getting to see those couple of really cool opportunities I had. I was happy to share it with you. And with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm still working on some tanks here. You know, that tank I was teasing. Still working on it. I will reveal what it is to you in another video, but just know that I'm thinking about the next big project right now. I've also got some other projects going on that don't belong to me. I might get to create some cool setups at some local institutions. That's all I will say. And I'm excited about that too. So this summer is gonna bring a lot of cool stuff. I'm out of classes now. Can't wait to go herping some more. Cannot wait to just upload all kinds of cool stuff all the time. So I will see you when the time comes. I have been the Collegiate Creature Keeper, and you have a good one.